or
Exactly.
a good people person.
Yeah,
Completely
it's
agree
all
with
about
you.
that. There's something I was going to tell you. And I just there's an old saying that I heard literally when I was a child, and it goes something like this: that the most important attribute that a person can possess is to be an ardent student of human nature. I tell everybody that. I tell my kids that. Study people, study human nature, and a couple of things. You're always going to be, you're going to be surprised at some point or other, but you're never going to be let down, because when you know people, you know the capacities for fantastic things and for the capacity in human nature to be just the opposite. So you can expect those parameters.
Mm-hmm.
But I like to think over the years of studying people that I can sum up someone pretty good. I'm right about 80% of the time, and I think, I don't know, people fall outside of that in our society. Yeah, people come in and interview and they think they're fooling me. Oh yeah, you can do that, you can whatever, but I see through it, and I can pretty much be right on that. And we've had a few that I thought, we'd give them a try, and then we log onto their MySpace or Facebook and go, holy crap.
So you do log in for all those college kids out there,
Hell yeah, we
or those
do.
high school kids looking for a job after they get out of college or anything. What
Right.
they're posting now is a problem. You actually look at that. It's
Oh, I
not.
do.
It's not a myth.
I have no, I've caught a couple. Oh my God, the things I've seen. I'm like, there's no way that person, is this right? No. But anyway, yeah, but I tell you, develop your core competencies. And that doesn't mean basic algebra. That means basic manners, respect, all those things. Because, when it's all said and done, at the end of the day, that's what counts. And your clients know that. Customers are a little bit more perceptive than we think they are sometimes.
Absolutely. In your opinion, what is the most difficult aspect of entrepreneurship?
Well, yeah.
Are you in that difficult spot right now, actually
I've been there.
starting it? Or
Yeah.
what would you consider the most difficult thing?
Yeah, because it's always the fear of failure. There's never that safety net like you have when you work a 9 to 5, and you've got 401k and a health plan and paid vacation and all that, sick days. As an entrepreneur, you don't have that. There's no safety net, and they can say anything. I used to be a financial planner. I used to write 401ks. I'm a Series 6 and my Series 7, and when you're an entrepreneur, every penny. I mean, once you reach a level of success, or at least you're you're way past break even, but then you can put money aside for a safety net. But the average person, believe me, I mean, every penny doesn't go into the business, obviously is spent on just living expenses. So yeah, it's scary. I mean, I'm lucky in the sense that I did 20 years in the Army, so I have the VA.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I carry $450 a month Blue Cross Blue Shield too, because I don't want to deal with the VA, but if I had to. But I guess to answer your question, the hardest part of an entrepreneur is having the self-confidence in yourself to succeed. And there's a funny thing, I've had many clients, real estate, insurance, and other things that are multimillionaires, and I always take the opportunity to try to talk to them and learn. It's part of that human nature thing.
Mm-hmm.
Learn from something from somebody. And over years, that little bit you learn becomes, anyway, not everyone, but a large percentage of my multimillionaire clients have told me they have failed 3, 4, 5 times and fallen right on their face and been flat broke. The difference between them is they got back up and tried again. So that's the hardest part.
The fear of failure is not an option.
But you gotta be smart enough to realize that it is an option, so that when it comes over you, you recognize it for what it is, and you're able to get around it.
Absolutely. Completely. What would you say would be the main benefit of owning your own business?
The sense of personal accomplishment, the sense of accomplishment. I tell you a funny story. As I had my own businesses, I went in commercial real estate. I used to, when the building boom was going on, and I would deal with the county commissioners and all the department heads as far as permitting and land use and land management. And, you know, I'd go to the courthouse to get an answer for this development project or that. Of course, every desk you go to, you get a different answer. But anyway, I would detect at times just blatant, not jealousy, but yeah, almost. Here's these county workers clocking in 9 to 5, making $40,000 a year, got a 401k, got all those things that comes with working for somebody else. In this case, a municipality or a county municipality, and half of them are making more money than I was. But I would walk in and they'd look at me as a, you know, entrepreneurial, own my own company. There was almost a sense of, and not so much me sometimes as much as the developers that I would walk in with to kind of help them work through our county process, because every county's government's a little different. Mm-hmm. So it helps as a realtor to help your client maneuver through the development, the permitting process. But I would detect a real sense of resentment by people in a 9 to 5, you know, definitely non-entrepreneurial type mindset. Because as an entrepreneur, you're putting it all on the line. It's all out there. I mean, you know, we can talk about forming LLCs and S corps and C corps to protect ourselves, but as an entrepreneur, it's out there. I mean, everything you own, is on the line, and some people just aren't geared for that, and they are resentful of people who are. So, it's a sixth sense of what kind of feelings do I have about it. You know, it's the fact that, hey, you know what, I'm one of those kind of people that can take a chance and go out there and at least give it a try. The last thing you want to do is be on your deathbed and say, you know, I worked 35 years for the man, I'm retired and got a little pension. What if I had just gone out and, you know?
Completely agree with you. Well, the last question I have for you is, what advice could you give somebody like myself or any other aspiring entrepreneur out there? Mm-hmm. What kind of advice would you give them? Could you give them?
I'm not going to say this is always the case, because there's people smarter than me that can do it. But the biggest thing I would say is it takes time. There is nothing easy. There is nothing easy. You got to get in the trenches. You're going to have. Can I speak freely?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, you're going to have to get your ass kicked. And you're going to get it kicked, and you're going to get it kicked, and you're going to get it kicked. The only thing is, if you're the smart guy, you're going to learn something from it every time. You're not going to get cynical and start, you know, make that as your modus operandi and kick everybody else's butt, but you're going to learn from it, and it's going to take time. I see so many times people think, oh, well, you know, I got my master's, I'm going to go out and start my little coffee shop, and I'm going to be a multimillionaire in 3 years. You know, look at Bill Gates, or I could drop a million names of them out there. And there are cases where it happens. You know, the dude starts a .com out of his dorm room and doesn't graduate college. He's already sold the company for $10 million. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but that's like a high school football player. Only 1 in a million are going to play the NFL. The rest of them, so my point is, work hard, don't expect things overnight. If it does, God bless you. God bless you. But work and expect to know it's not going to come easy.
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much, sir, for your time, and it was very, very informative. Thank you very much.
Very good, Pat. Thank you.